Good morning, dear students. I will start chapter 15, some natural phenomena. Yesterday I discussed about the electroscope and earthing, and today I will start from the structure of phosphorus atom. So atoms of all element except hydrogen consist of three subatomic, that is the neutrons, subatomic particles, that is the neutrons, protons and electrons. And the protons and neutrons form the central core of an atom, commonly called nucleus. The protons are positively charged particles and neutrons have no electric charge, and they are electrically neutral. Thus, on the whole, the nucleus of an atom of an element is positively charged on the account of positive charge on the protons, and the electrons revolve around the nucleus in the fixed orbits. In the same way, planets revolve around the sun, and the electrons are negatively charged particles, and the number of protons in the nucleus is always equal to the number of electrons revolving around in its fixed orbits, and this makes of an atom of an element electrically neutral, because positive charges on the protons are equal to the negative charges on the electrons, means positive and negative charges are equal, that's why they are neutral. So electrons close to the nucleus are held strongly and is called the bound electrons, and the electrons revolving in the outermost orbit are held very weakly by the nucleus and hence are called the free electrons. When two different bodies A and B are rubbed against each other, the free electrons of one body, say A, get transferred to the second body, say B, and now the body A, on losing electrons, has less number of electrons than the number of protons in the nucleus, and the whole body A gets positively charged. And positive electrification of an atom is due to the deficiency of electrons as compared to the number of protons in the nucleus of a neutral atom. And similarly, the body B, on gaining electrons, has more negative charges as compared to the positive charges in its nucleus. Thus, on the whole body gets negatively charged. Thus, we can say that negative electrification of an atom is due to the excess of electrons as compared to the number of electrons in the nucleus of neutral atom. So, we should remember that during positive or negative electrification, it is always the electrons, not the protons, which get transferred. Charges in atmosphere or atmospheric electricity. Lighting is a dazzling bluish white light produced in the clouds, and it is followed by a cloud noise called the thunder, that is called the thunder. Till 1752, nobody really knew about what is the cause of lightning. Benjamin Franklin, by a brilliant experiment, proved that it was caused by static electric charges in the clouds. So how do clouds get electrically charged? Due to the heat of the sun, the warm air and water vapor rises up, and similarly cold air from above sinks down, and when the air molecules rub against water molecules or cold currents, and due to the friction of electrons of air get transferred to water molecules or vice versa, and all this depends upon atmospheric conditions. So when condensation takes place, the clouds are formed, and these clouds have a huge amount of static electric charges. It has been found that positive charge accumulates near the upper part of clouds and negative charge near the lower part of cloud. How does lighting takes place between the clouds? Normally, air is a bad conductor of electricity, and when two clouds at different heights having a huge amount of positive and negative static charges approach each other, the air becomes a good conductor of electricity, and this phenomena is called the electric discharge. And the spark due to electric lighter used to ignite cooking gas in the kitchen is another example of electric discharge through the air. So we can say that electrons from the negatively charged clouds push their way and through air so as to reach the positively charged cloud at different heights. Is doing so, the air gets white hot and hence a dazzling bluish white streak of light is formed, which is called lightning. How does lightning strike a building? Imagine a cloud negatively charged at its base passing over high-rise buildings, and this cloud induces positive charge on the top of buildings and negative charges at its base due to electric induction, and the positive charges attract negative. Therefore, the free electrons from the cloud start pushing their way the moist air, and this forms a sort of conducting path. So when these electrons reach the building, suddenly all how to protect buildings from lighting. The best method of defense is offense. Thus we invite the lighting to strike a building, but take care that it does not damage the building. So this is done by installing a lighting conductor, and the idea of using lightning conductor was first given by the Benjamin Franklin about 250 years ago. So a good lightning conductor is made of a copper rod at one end of which are provided sharp copper points, and it is installed on the highest point of the buildings. Its lower end is connected to a thick copper strip which run along the height of the buildings. The lower end of this copper strip is attached to the flat copper plate buried deep inside the earth. When the lighting strikes, it strikes on the sharp point of the lighting conductor, and when a copper is a very good conductor of electricity, and all the electric charges from the clouds flows into the earth without damaging the buildings. So extreme caution must be exercised to ensure that the contact between the conductor and the earth is very good. It is not so, both lighting conductor and the building which is supposed to protect may get damaged by lighting. Lightning safety. During lightning and thunderstorm, no open place is safe. Hearing of thunder is an alert to rush to a safer place, and a house or a building is a safe place if it is provided with a lighting conductor. If you are traveling in a car or bus, you are safe inside provided the doors and window of the vehicles are shut. Only closed vehicles are safe from lighting. Open vehicles such as scooters, motorbikes, open cars, tractors, trailers carrying machinery are not safe. Get out of these vehicles immediately. Open fields, tall trees, shelters in parks, bridges do not protect us from lighting. Carry an open umbrella also invites lighting. Inside a house, lighting can strike the exposed metal pipes, telephone wires, TV antennas and electric wires. Avoid contact with these during lighting storm. Use only mobile phones, and please make sure that you can connecting the person who also has a mobile phone. Do not call through a landline, as doing so you may danger his life. It is better to unplug appliances like computers, TVs, landline, telephone, etc. Do not take bath, as you can receive lighting shock through metallic water pipes. Some useful effects of lighting. It is believed that lighting played an important role in the evolution of life on the earth. So when the lighting passes through the air, the nitrogen and oxygen in the air combine to form nitric oxide gas, and the nitric oxide gas reacts with more oxygen to form nitrogen dioxide gas. So the nitrogen dioxide gas then dissolve in water droplets in the clouds to form traces of nitric acid. And when it rains, the nitric acid in a very dilute form reaches the earth. The nitric acid then reacts with soil carbonate and magnesium carbonate to form soil nitrate. The soil nitrates are excellent fertilizers and help in growth of plants. And a part of oxygen to ozone when the lighting discharge passes through air. The ozone so formed then protect us from the harmful radiations coming from the sun. Did you know it is not wise to take shelter under a tall tree or a high building during lightning storm? It is because each leaf of a tall tree acts as a lighting conductor. So, being lighter, it is nearer to the clouds, and this in way is perfect condition for the lighting to strike. Similarly, a tall buildings without lighting conductor will invite a lighting bolt. How many kind of electric charges are there? All the questions are given on page number 188 and you have to do with yourselves. What kind of charge is produced on a glass rod when rubbed with silk? What kind of charge is produced in a ebonite rod when it is rubbed with fur? Which kind of charges repel each other? Name the device used in detecting electric charges. What kind of charge is produced on a body which has excess of electrons as compared to protons? What is lighting? Why does lighting occur? Name the device used to protect tall buildings from the lighting. Which is the best place to protect yourself from lightning during a thunderstorm? Tomorrow we will discuss about internal structure of earth.